Welcome you all for the leadership program organized by Ministry of Education Innovation Cell jointly with AICT and CBSE. Myself, Dr. Ilangovan Kariyappan, Assistant Innovation Director, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. Today we have with us Mr. Esraj Bharatwaj, an young entrepreneur who started his company when he was in the 8th grade of his school. I welcome you, Mr. Esraj, for this leadership program.
Thank you.
So before we start the program, a brief profile about our expert today. Mr. Esraj is a co-founder of Photonic India and IDEX Solution, a group of companies based in India, UAE and Hong Kong. He owns 36 research projects and 15 publications to his credit. He has been honored with the prestigious Karma Veera Chakra Award 2016 and he is named among the top 10 young entrepreneurs of 2016 across the globe by Success Magazine. He was also the proud nominee of Padma Shri in 2018, one of the highest civilian award in India. So he is in Forbes list under 30 and youngest only Indian in God Fellow in University of California, Berkeley. With this small brief, I once again welcome our chief guest and expert for the program today. So yes, we had a lot of questions raised and have been asked by the teachers and students across the country. We have shortlisted few and I'll be on behalf of the teachers and students, I'll be asking you.
Okay.
So which is be a learning for the students from the successful entrepreneur.
Right.
The first question which I have today is, please share your journey as an entrepreneur and what motivated or inspired you to become an entrepreneur.
Okay. So I think, first of all, thank you so much, Dr. Ellen, for having me here. It feels great to be always at the AICT headquarters. I think when we talk about my entrepreneur journey, to be honest with you, maximum of it, it really relies and the credit of it goes to my twin brother, Yuvraj, who is 5 minutes elder to me, and of course my boss who signs my paycheck. So my brother and me, we were I think around 12 years old when we used to play cricket, and we of course we wanted to be cricketers, and I was slightly better than you while playing that. But coming from a family which is a traditional Indian middle class family, and my parents who had an experience of being in sports, especially my dad, he was a national gold medalist in swimming. They knew hardship into sports, and end of the day, every parent in India, they are so caring towards their children that they want their children to do something which gives them stability in the life, and that's what our parents wanted us to do. And that was absolutely right, I mean, because they were thinking totally good for us. So we had to leave cricket at that point, and we were just like normal kids. We would go to school in the morning, come back, watch a few cartoon shows like Doraemon, Jetsons in the afternoon, have tuitions at home, and that's all we were doing. At the same time, my brother Yuv, was really, I would say was hands-on onto physics. So he wanted to study particle physics, wanted to understand space, and slowly and steadily he actually wrote me in. I don't know how much of the audience is from Delhi, but every Sunday in Delhi there is a book market that takes place at Daryaganj, wherein you can actually go and buy all these international journals, all these expensive books at per kilogram basis. These are basically second-hand books. And my dad especially used to take us there every week, wherein we would go and we would, buy a bunch of books, and we started reading different journals, science fictions. If I would say that while being in class 4th and grade 5, we were actually studying concepts like quantum mechanics, particle physics, and we wanted to get into more of that. So I would say that was an initial phase. And the reason why I said we did that is because you need motivation, you need hunger. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat something. If I'm not thirsty, I'll not have water. But when you have hunger, and we had hunger at that time because we saw that we left cricket because we wanted economic stability in the family. So if that financial conditions would have been so upright, right, would have been, I mean, we have been really fortunate. But if we would have been even more fortunate, then I would not have been leaving cricket aside. So we said that, okay, now what we need to do is that the goal of our life is to remove this block that we have. And we started working towards it. And to be honest with you, when we started, we had no clue that I'll land up here talking to you.
Yes.
But I think it's just that you have to be determined. You have to be really persistent. That's what an
Yes.
entrepreneur's mind is. You have to be 24/7. If
Mm.
you're looking for a comfort, then do a 9 to 5.
Yes.
But don't get into business, because
Okay.
business is 24 hours. Nothing is wrong. Everything
Yes.
is absolutely right. But it is about what excites you and what drives you and what your hunger is. So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah, it was really amazing to hear that today, because without any persistent or hard work, we don't get anything.
You're right.
So as I said, as an entrepreneur, 24/7, we can see
Exactly.
that it's a good learning for us also.
Yes.
So, what were the challenges that you faced during your entrepreneur journey so far?
Oh, challenges have been many. I mean, I just faced a challenge today morning while coming up.
Okay.
And I think life of an entrepreneur is just full of challenges.
Okay.
But even the same thing, what gives us a kick? For example, if I'm not facing challenges, that is not really giving me a kick to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I want to be an entrepreneur because I like to solve challenges. So, but naming a few interesting ones, which I think the audience would also love to know, is that when we both started researching and we were actually reading concepts like, the particle physics, quantum mechanics at an early stage, there was a serious issue because we at that time did not have programs like these, which could help an independent young researcher without having any professional degree to do intense research in any particular sector.
Yes.
So my brother Yuvraj, again, the credit goes to him. He came up with his idea. Okay, what we will do is that let's Google the professors. So all these authors that are writing books and we reading those, we will literally Google those professors, scholars, researchers, take out their emails, their Skype IDs, their phone numbers, and we literally started spamming them. That okay, this is where I come from. I don't have a finance to visit, let's say, University of Cambridge, but I just want your help and your guidance into this particular concept where I'm stuck, and I need your help.
Okay.
Slowly and steadily, after 6 7 months, when you do something constantly with a lot of persistence, a point comes when your level of doubts actually makes sense. And at that time, we actually got in touch with very good people, and they were ready to help us. They were helping us. They were clearing our doubts, and that actually made us even stronger. We did everything to clear our doubts,
Okay.
and we just were persistent to know the knowledge that we wanted to have.
Yes.
So I think these are two interesting things I would say. Though in business, it's daily life. You meet different kind of people, so challenges are many, but it's on your persistence and it's on your ability that you are just not. You don't have to dodge to any problem. Just face it to your head and smash it.
Yeah.
That's how an entrepreneur works.
Yes. That's always the experience gives a lot of learning to us.
Yeah.
And starting from a cricketer, then you want being interested in quantum computing, then writing to different professors, because usually always everyone has an hesitant to write to a seniors or scholars, feel like they will get a reply or no. But still you both had worked towards to make sure that you write a number of questions and you got
And I
reply
tell you,
and
as we
got
speak
few
of this,
replies.
Dr. Lan, because I have two nieces at my house.
Okay.
And I mean, in my time, what really made me interested into sciences and made me interested into solving challenges kind of a mindset was cartoon series.
Okay.
For example, there's a cartoon series by the name of Jetsons. There is a cartoon series by the name of Doraemon.
Okay.
Those cartoon series, my mom had a very set routine for us that we would only watch it for a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
But those really helped me that okay, why can't I build something like that?
Okay.
Why I work on a technology like that? Unfortunately, in these times, social media has taken over lives of younger generation,
Yes.
and
Yes.
which I see with my own eyes.
Exactly.
Now, a 4-year-old child knows how to use Instagram,
Yeah.
how to see reels.
Mm.
But I think this shift is really not helping them to innovate. This will not help them to become an entrepreneur.
Because it's our very short duration and everything becomes very
You're
fast.
right. You're right.
And now they want everything result to be happen immediately.
Exactly. But
Because
that-
of the
it doesn't
shorts
happen
and
that
those
way.
things. Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
happen. I started business, me and my brother, we started business at the age of 14.
Mm.
And I'm 23 years old right now.
Oh, okay.
9 years, and still I've not done anything.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of efforts, it takes a lot of persistence, but you need to have there has to be a system in your mind that you're able to set your priorities, that you're able to have patience.
Mm.
You know, for example, in Hindi there are two words, buddhi and vivek.
Mm.
Buddhi anybody can have. I have buddhi, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you have buddhi. Anybody younger can have buddhi.
Mm.
But vivek comes with age.
Yes, experience.
You know,
matters.
that for
Mm.
that you either have to rely upon your parents if you're starting younger.
Mm.
You have to rely on your teachers. You have to
Yes.
rely on your mentors.
Yeah.
So I think with this advent of the social media too much into the younger generation, that essence of an Indian culture is missing.
Yes.
Wherein children listen to their parents, they rely upon their advice,
Mm.
and I think that's what we need to really think as a very critical factor going
Yeah.
forward for success of entrepreneurship as a culture in India.
Yes. See, we always say Mata Pita Guru, which we are
Yes.
supposed to follow the
Exactly.
tradition and do that. But you say like you have still a lot to learn. But if you say at 23 years of age, you have 9 years experience. So that's a big achievement, and it's I can say a best practice which many should take into it.
Yeah.
As you said, the social media have taken many kids away from their routines because they have been more affected, and they want immediately to happen everything. That's one which we learn, and we also seeing in day to day.
Right.
I think some changes will happen in the
You're
coming
right.
years. That's what we are also looking for. So next question is we want to know how to overcome the influence of critical condition in ideation, innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup. Your experience in that.
See, I'll tell you, uh, lives are different. For example, if there are hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs cultivating in streets of India right now,
Yes.
and each and everybody's life, circumstances, idea, project that they're working on, everything is different.
Correct.
So giving it a fine case study or converting it into an algorithm
Mm.
or a statement for me would be bad.
Okay.
But what I would say in context for my journey, which might help the audience to learn
Yes.
that whether if I apply to their lives and if I really make some sense to them,
Yeah.
would be that you have to be persistent,
Mm.
dedication.
Yes.
These are the few only keys. See, for example, if I have greatest of ideas and I'm not dedicated, I'm not persistent enough to work on those,
Yeah.
that idea is worth nothing.
Yeah.
But if I have an idea which was already done before, but I'm persistent to do it in a new market,
Mm.
to do it in a larger way, to do it in a better way, it will succeed.
Yes.
Are you getting me? Look at
Yes.
startups like Ola.
Mm.
Uber was already existing in
Yes.
America,
Yes.
but it was Ola which actually said, okay, we will do this for India.
Mm.
It was not a new innovation. It was something which was already done.
Mm.
But the scale they did it, the way they did it,
Yes.
was exceptionally well. So I think being an entrepreneur is couple of things. First of the thing that goes with the definition of entrepreneurship is that solve a problem.
Yes.
Until and unless you're solving a pain point, you're solving a challenge,
Mm.
you're solving a gap in the market, you are not really impacting, and that's when you will not be able to be an entrepreneur. You can't make a business out of by not solving anything. Are you getting me?
Yes.
The second reason thing what I would say is being persistent and being dedicated.
Mm.
Like you should know that you have to be 24/7. If you
Yes.
want something, if you want advice, just go for it. I mean, I know there are a lot of kind of people, but there are more good people in India. Unfortunately, we are in a land of great businesses coming out.
Yes. Yes.
Just go out, talk to people, ask them, and even if they're not replying, just go to another one. But you have to be really persistent
Got it.
while doing it. Now, third, which is again the most important point, and this is something I have realized myself,
Mm.
and fortunately, I realized it very early age in my life,
Okay.
is that always stick to your parents.
Mm. Yeah. That's.
There are two people in this world, your mom and your dad. Except these two people, nobody else will give you a true selfless advice.
Yes.
Only
That's true.
your parents, your mother and your father will give you an advice which might not benefit them, which might harm them rather. But
Yeah.
they will still give you an advice which is good, what is good for you.
Mm.
One unfortunate thing that we as a younger generation do is that we think that we are the smartest because we
Yes.
have buddhi.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have vivek,
Mm.
or fortunately. For that, we need to listen to our true mentors. That is our parents. A lot of children come to me and tell me, okay, I want to do this, but my dad is not allowing me.
Yeah.
And I tell them, boss, then don't do it.
Yes.
If your dad is not agreeing,
Yeah.
then don't do it, because I'm sure that if your father is not convinced, no other investor would be interested to invest in your company.
Yes.
A good investor,
Yeah.
because our parents know us even before we know each other. They know us from the 9 months before
Yes.
we were born,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Correct.
So these are the two people who know our true capabilities of
Yes.
what we can achieve
Yeah.
and what we cannot achieve.
Yeah. Got it.
And it happened with me. My father comes from a sports background. When we started business, initially, I would go to him, and me and my brother, we would tell him, okay, we're doing this. And he would tell us, okay, no, don't do it that way. It might affect you bad. And we would be like, no, but I think we can. We failed miserably.
Yeah. Okay.
So even now, when I take any decision in business, even my brother, we love to consult it with my father, because where in the world you will find such a fine, such an honest, a free of cost mentor
Yes. Yes.
who is there to help you and support you throughout,
Yes.
emotionally, financially, practically, theoretically, every way.
Yes.
So I think I would tell my friends to always stick to their parents, be persistent, be dedicated, and end of the day solve a problem.
Yes, fantastic. Because we always take our parents as granted, because they has easy access to us, and we see them 24/7. So we take them as a granted. It was well said. I appreciate, or say I really overwhelmed with that, because our parents knows us, and they are our well wishers.
Exactly.
They will do for our good.
If my parents are telling me that, okay, don't do this, I think I should not be doing it.
Yes, fantastic.
Because, they know my true capability of what I can achieve and
yes,
what I cannot.
Yes.
So it's better I listen to them and I don't waste my time.
Yes, it's an excellent example, or say like a mentor whom we always search for mentors outside our house.
Yes.
Because there we don't take we don't estimate their knowledge, or we take them granted, and we take them easy.
Yeah.
So and we feel like we know better than them. So you have very nicely highlighted that, because it's a big lesson and a story for every kids, that we should listen to our parents, and because they are the one who is going to, if you are doing good or bad, they are the one who is going to be traveling along with us.
Exactly.
So coming along with this, I want also ask you, how important a role of mentor in an entrepreneur journey?
It is really important.
Okay.
See, I am the luckiest one.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I got parents at my house which always supported me. My dad and my mother, they would always, and I think it's in our blood. Even when I go home today,
Okay.
or even if I'm traveling, we have this habit that me and my brother, we would speak to our parents at least for 1 hour
Okay.
before we sleep,
Excellent.
and we tell them what we did.
Hmm.
Okay, I went to AICT office today. I
Okay.
went for this meeting today.
Okay.
We would tell them the whole calendar that we did.
Oh,
It might not make any sense, but the thing is, the reason we discuss and we talk is that sometimes they would say something which really impacts decisions that I'm going to make tomorrow.
Hmm. Okay.
So this is one practice that we follow, and that's why mentorship has been a very critical success factor. And the reason I say I have been very lucky is because my brother is like my father also.
Okay. So he's also a mentor to you
He
in a
is
way.
somebody that who has always taught me different skill sets.
Okay.
How to negotiate,
Okay.
how to speak,
Okay.
how to sit,
Okay.
how to eat.
Okay.
So I think this is something that I've been really fortunate, that I'm the most pampered one in my house.
Okay.
That I have an elder brother
Okay.
who's teaching me everything and who's taking care of everything.
Right.
The most difficult challenges in the business, he takes all of it on himself
Okay.
and gives me slight things to manage. So that's why I'm relaxed and I'm having a good conversation with you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would say, but for my brother, it's my parents.
Okay.
So having mentors, of course, is very important. But the main question is that how do you identify a mentor? How do you choose the right one?
Yes.
And I tell people that the first mentors that you have is people in your house. That is your parents. If you stick to them, if you listen to them, the guidance and the knowledge that will come from their mind to your mind will help you choose the right people outside in the market.
Exactly.
So I cannot tell you I
Okay.
cannot tell anybody,
Okay.
choose this guy and choose that guy.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
that would be stupid of mine. I mean, my life is totally different. The other
Yeah.
person's life is totally different.
Yes.
I cannot
Yes.
judge anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your parents can tell you the best way, the better than you. My parents can tell me better than myself that whether I should work with this person or not.
Okay. So how important the mentor, if you get a right set of mentor, how it will help you to take your business to next level?
It does. See, I'll tell you, running a business is about how many good decisions you are able to make in a day.
Okay.
A great businessman is not somebody who's making good capital, no.
Okay.
A great businessman is somebody who is making good decisions in a day.
Hmm.
And you have to be mentally stable, emotionally stable, physically stable,
Okay.
spiritually stable to take the best decisions and take X number of best decisions in one day, so
Okay.
that you're able to be a successful person end of the day. Being a businessman, you don't map your success on a balance sheet.
Okay.
I have never seen an entrepreneur judging their business on a balance sheet. They
Okay.
judge their business according to the daily decisions that they're making.
So every
That
every
would-
day decision is being countable towards success of
Exactly.
your
And
journey.
every day is accountable. If I take a call today, that might affect me 3 months down the line.
Okay.
So I should be having that kind of a visibility.
So
that
decision
kind of
making is an important in an entrepreneurship
Exactly.
role with that. Okay.
So if you want to be a great businessman, you have to make great decisions.
Okay.
Now to make great decisions,
Hmm.
I already gave you 3 pieces of advice.
Yes.
Which is solve a problem, persistence, dedication, and stick to your parents
Okay.
and mentors.
Okay. Fantastic.
If we do that, we make good decisions. And we make good decisions, we become successful.
Oh,
As simple as that.
great. Nice to hear about it. So, how to provide a strength to your idea in spite of limited resources? If we take, we are talking to the school teachers and the students mainly, we are just trying to promote them or create the culture of innovation in school. So, with the limited resource, how do they give value addition to their ideas?
Sir, two things on this thing.
Hmm.
I think if I am telling you that I have limited resources
Hmm.
and I'm not able to do this X thing,
Hmm.
that means I'm not hungry enough.
Okay.
For example, if I am extremely hungry
Hmm.
and if you give me 1 grain of rice,
Okay.
1 grain of rice, I will not crib about it.
Okay.
I'll consume it.
Hmm.
And rather than wasting my time in cribbing about it, I would go out in the market and look for another grain
Okay.
so it can go to my stomach. So I think what we need to do as a generation and maybe as a community is to develop hunger.
Hmm. Yeah.
The more we are, if we are hungry, if the future generation is hungry, they would thrive for it. They would work for it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that it's just business that you should do. No, I mean doing jobs, running a private sector and public sector jobs is also a very important aspect. But again, you have to be hungry in those also because then only you'll grow.
Okay.
I have great people working in my team, and these people are not somebody who are just working 9 to 5. No,
Okay.
they are all 24/7.
Okay.
They are not owners of business, but still, and they are growing in a very they're on a trajectory path of success because they think themselves as responsible enough, hungry enough to be able to execute and solve bigger challenges.
Great. I'm able to see from the starting of our interaction, you have been saying about persistent, hungry, dedication, commitment, 24/7. All those things is like, best practice as a, for an entrepreneur, which you have been insisting about. We can understand the hungry in you, which makes you to know, be a successful entrepreneur so far, and all the best for your coming years also. Next question is from my end is, how important a digital presence to the startup?
Absolutely, it is very important in these days. Digitization has really peeped into the population. If I talk about India as a market, which is like 130 billion people, in our country, this is the world's biggest market we are sitting right now.
Yes.
The way our country is digitizing in terms of any sector that you talk about, that really makes the new ideas, new generation, to also focus and target on the digital platforms because that's going to be very cost effective at the same time and effective in terms of the business outreach. If I give you an example, and as we speak of digitization, I was reading this article a couple of weeks ago. Uh, the real-time payments in in the fintech that China is making right now, I think every day is close to 18,000.
Okay.
Whereas if you talk about India, doing real-time payments in terms of fintech, it goes up to 46,000. So the way digitization has peeped into Indian audience, for example, if I go and buy anything in the market, I go to a barber shop, I go to Kirana wala, I go to a vegetable shop owner. Now they don't want cash. They're fine having a Google Pay or a Paytm,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So I think now if I'm doing anything, if I'm doing a company, if I'm doing a startup, and if I'm solving a challenge, the best way for me to market myself is to get into a digital space, because that's when I will be, according to me, we would be able to reach more people,
Okay.
and thus it makes complete sense for the business
Oh,
to do that.
it's fantastic that. So, just want to know what are the important steps to be followed to become a successful entrepreneur? There are so many. You are talking about persistence, commitment, dedication, 24/7. Beyond that, you say like no, these 5 steps or these 10 steps, which will make me to become an entrepreneur.
Again, I would say the same thing, sir.
Okay.
One, I should be solving a challenge,
Okay.
a problem.
Okay.
That's the first and the most important thing if I want to be an entrepreneur. Second, I should be hungry enough.
Okay.
So when if I have less resources, I should not be craving, rather I should be thinking that I'm the lucky one. Because then God has given me an opportunity to be hungry enough
Yes.
to be able to execute and to solve that challenge. Because if I'm full, why would I eat?
Yes.
Are you getting me? I'll only eat if I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So I should be hungry enough.
Yes. Yes.
And take it as a blessing. Don't
Yes.
take it as something that you have been unfortunate. No, you have been blessed if you are hungry.
Yes.
Then be persistent, be dedicated, and last but the most important thing, stick to your parents.
Okay.
Listen to their advice. If they tell you don't do it, don't do it.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense.
Great. So you have been very much insisting continuously on being following with parents.
Absolutely.
I
because
think this.
that has been the most critical part
Yeah.
in my journey.
So I think as a school student, who are our audience for this program today, I'm sure everyone have been, no, as I repeat, just to repeat again, we take our parents granted.
Yes, we do.
So now we should take from this talk, we have been inspired and motivated that we should blindly believe our parents, because our parents will give a right direction to us. So we should be a successful for our career in future. That's
Absolutely.
always good on that. So how important is networking in an entrepreneurship journey?
Absolutely important. I would say in a market like India, networking is 40% or 30 to 40% of what you do.
Okay.
Because if you have a network, you have a market.
Okay.
If you have a network, you have access to capital. If you have network, you have access to mentors. If you have network, you have access to more and more challenges. You know, sometimes it's also difficult to think what problem am I going to solve.
Yeah.
But if you have a great network, then you know the challenges which are roaming around in the market right now, and you can prioritize whether I should be doing this or doing that.
Okay.
If you have network, you can create a great team. Now the question is how to create a network.
Okay.
The way you do it, so the way me and my brother did it, is that we never really stepped out to make friends in our school life. You know, we would go to school, come back. You know, we would play, but we would only play with each other and just be at home and not go anywhere. No, I haven't been to birthday parties. I haven't been to the friend parties or the tours and vacations ever in my life.
Okay.
And I'll not tell you. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's good, but it's just that it was not into my or my brother's priority list. But what we did is that we started approaching people through social media, and that's how I took use of social media.
Okay.
I used Facebook.
Okay.
I used different social media. I used Gmail to get in touch with smart people.
Okay.
If I am trying to do something good in my life, then I need to make sure that I sit with the smartest of the crowd. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
For example, if I am sitting in a room where I am the one giving advice, everybody else will gain out of it except me.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Got it.
So I should be sitting in a crowd where everybody else is speaking, and I have to be quiet.
Okay.
Because then I have the most to gain.
Okay. Fantastic. It's a lot to learn from this actually.
Yes.
Now we always, students of current generation is being more influenced or being more attracted by this IT profession, which so-called white-collar jobs. The leadership talk of this kind from Ministry of Education Innovation Cell jointly with AICT CBSE is to promote more entrepreneurs and invite entrepreneurs like you and motivate them to also step into this entrepreneur journey. That was our primary agenda of this program. I ask you, what is the benefit of being an entrepreneur? So that will motivate them, saying that, okay, so I also want to step into it. Few thoughts from you.
A lot of benefits. I mean,
Okay.
majority of benefits all of us already know about.
Yeah.
That when you get to be your own boss and etc.
Okay.
But I'll tell you the important things which keeps you going. When you are into business and when you are an entrepreneur, a kick that you have, that when you solve a problem, if I make 5 good decisions today, you will see a big smile on my face end of the day.
Okay.
I work for that smile.
Excellent.
I work for that satisfaction.
Yes.
Money is a byproduct, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I mean, an entrepreneur, I have seen great entrepreneurs in my life. I've got an opportunity to meet and interact with smart chaps. I have never seen anybody chasing money.
Okay, great.
But what I've seen them chasing satisfaction end of the day, that they speak, okay, I built this.
Yes.
I created this product.
Okay.
I created this community. I solved this challenge.
Okay.
And now people are doing it better.
Okay.
It's only because of me.
Yes.
That sense of satisfaction supersedes with everything that comes with entrepreneurship.
Yeah, fantastic.
Each and everything.
Yes.
So end of the day, why am I an entrepreneur? Is because solving challenges gives me a reason to work hard and to live my life.
Okay. That's good, really, and a motivating factor, because as a smile or happiness or satisfaction, we always say job satisfaction. You are satisfied by solving some problem which is benefiting huge market and the society.
Running a business is far, far, far more difficult than getting into a white collar job. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
And I can say it in any platform. It's because that in business, you are not only solving a challenge, rather, you have so many people around you, your vendors, your employees,
Yes.
the people that, the landlord whose office you have taken for rent.
Correct.
All these people's life depends on your decisions.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's a very responsible act.
Yeah.
Running a business is not something, I mean, when look at what Reliance Industries has created. They impact, I mean, millions of lives.
Yes. It's very important.
I mean, forget about the customers. I'm talking about the team that they have.
Yes.
So, running a business is a very, very responsible act. And you have to take it that's why I said, you can't run a business with only mind.
Yes. You said that satisfaction, that's very important.
And when you do it better, you get a great sense of satisfaction. That, okay, I did this.
Yes. Always we do that when we, in the school days, or when we get a rank or we achieve certain things, or we say like, we stand in some sports first. So that satisfaction, happiness gives. So similarly, that when you solve a problem and that problem is benefiting the society, you get that satisfaction.
Yes, that's what I focus on. I mean, I never worry about finance because I have an elder brother who is taking care of it.
Okay.
He signs my check, he gets me clothes, he gets me good food to eat, he gets me everything nice. And my focus always is solving challenges.
Yeah.
The rest, I don't have to worry about anything else.
So happy and nice to hear. The last question for you. This question is from a 9th grade student. He has an idea on automobile engineering. He is asking how to start my startup. So it's very blind or vague question which had been asked. But still, I want to put forward to and listen from you.
So interesting. I mean, if you have an idea in automobile engineering or let's say in any other sector, the rule is going to be same as I've been just speaking.
Yes. Okay.
So you should not start with the thought that you want to start. I mean, you should start when you think is the right time to start. Are you getting me? So we both, when me and my brother started, we never really thought that we were going into business.
Okay.
Our focus was rather something else. We wanted to get into a great institute, do our PhDs, and do all that. But we landed up in a different case altogether. It's because business was not the interest. The interest was solving a problem.
Okay.
That was a focus. And then rest everything, especially the money, it came around
Okay.
with that. So I would tell, any student whosoever is thinking that, okay, I want to start, don't do it for the sake of starting it or doing it. Do it for the sake that you think that, okay, I'm now ready enough that I'll be able to do it.
Okay.
So when you think is that you're ready and you think you will be able to execute it in the best way, and you get that confidence, right? I mean,
Yes.
if I'm getting out of my house, my health is fine, so I have a confidence. Okay, I'll reach office, I'll work hard.
Yes.
But if I have a severe headache, I'll not be confident to move out.
Yes. Yes.
So you need to, and that only I can tell,
Hmm.
and your parents can tell,
Correct.
that when are you ready?
Yes.
And the moment you're ready, then shoot yourself to the market. And do
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. It was a good learning from you. Also, it's for sharing your experience. You started with we should solve the problem. We should be persistent. We should be hardworking. We should be committed. Dedication, 24/7. These terminologies are really inspiring, and it will be inspiring. I'm sure it will be inspiring our students, participants also. You know, few things which we want to highlight before we close the session. The way you said that we should be following our parents' instruction. They are the good mentors, and you have been started. Everyone has buzz or following cricket. We are all fan. We have been more towards our following or watching cricket matches.
Yeah.
He's a big fan. If you see, there are now T20 World Cups are going on. We can see when some important matches, no crowds are there in the roads. So when the day and night matches, when it happens, starting as an interest towards cricket to want to become a sportsman, started your journey. You solved a problem. Then the problem had you got a satisfaction from that. You followed your parents' guidelines, and they were a good success story for you to go. And you said every day night you talk to your parents and
Yeah.
list out the activities what you have done. So all those things is a good learning. I'm sure the participants, the students across the country who is watching this program would have been inspired, motivated. We want through this program at least few students to step into the startup initiative from all the pinpoints you highlighted to become a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So thank you for sparing your valuable time and being with us today. It was really very much motivating and inspiring. I also learned so many things along with this interaction. So we called you today is to make sure that as an young entrepreneur at the age of 23, you have been able to reach at this height. So congratulations and all the best to grow for better heights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again for joining with us. With this note, on behalf of Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, CBSE and AICT, I sign off from today's program. Myself, Dr. Ilangovan, Assistant Innovation Director, Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell. Stay tuned on Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell YouTube channel to listen to future leadership talk program. Thank you.